Hey guys, Lucas from Mad Mates. Well, I've bought a new car. Believe it or not, it's a dirty, filthy, stinking
Toyota?
Toyota!
Yeah, I know.
Why am I doing a Toyota?
You are not allowed in a Toyota. That's all I can say. You should be stuck to the annals of Mahindra and Lada. That's all I can say.
Toyota's trying to kill me. Hopefully this one doesn't.
True that.
Oh, yes! Oh guys, the question is, am I doing the right thing? And the answer for me is, I don't bloody know. That's the short answer. I'm driving a Nissan Patrol. I love Nissan, bleed Nissan, everything I own is Nissan. And I'm on my way to a dealership to buy a brand new car. What am I gonna do? I wanna pit this car, being that it's one of the top selling utes on the market and has been for years and years and years. I'm talking tens of years. This thing has been #1. It's probably not in #1 now, but it's still up there, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, the blings and the blongs and the fancy dashboards and all that jazz. It's just a dedicated workhorse that gets the job done. So I want to build this thing. I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to pit it against all these other utes and just prove if it still holds the top notch for the Australia's best dual cab full drive on the road and on the market today. This is going to be one exciting adventure.
Hey Lucas, welcome to Toowoomba Toyota. Here to pick up the new car.
Yeah mate, I'm excited.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you what, even though it's a Toyota.
Here it is, let's come have a look. Ready to unveil it, have a look what's underneath.
It's matte black.
Okay, we'll fix that in just a moment.
Oh, I like this. Lucas Mad Mates. How cool is that? Oh, the colour's different to what I expected. I haven't actually seen this red before. It's actually a nice looking red. I was expecting just like a flat, bright red, but this is a, well, feverish red.
It's beautiful. All right, Lucas, let's have a bit of a look, shall we? So we have the GR Sport Hilux, obviously your wider wheel track.
Yep.
You have your red recovery points on the back, obviously your GR branded tub liner in here as well. Perfect for anything off-road, chuck everything in the tub.
Yep, yep.
What do you think?
Oh man, I actually like it. It looks fat and I can't wait to put the Lucas spin on this thing.
Absolutely,
because it is going to be a full animal when I'm done, I reckon. So red brake calipers as well. What's the
Absolutely.
go? Like, it's actually got disc brakes on the back.
It does.
So the SR5 still has drums.
Still drums, yeah.
Ah, so it's all those little things that make the GR Sport just that little bit more special. Well, I reckon we've got to check the inside out.
I think we do. Let's come have a look. If you have a look inside here, we have your suede seats. Have a seat, see how comfy they are.
It actually feels really nice. Is it it's an electric seat.
Electric seat, yeah.
So it does have some little bells and whistles.
Absolutely. And those little GR features pop through again here. You'll see your GR badging, obviously your red seat belts. It is a very well finished vehicle. Heated seats, wireless phone charger. It's definitely got a lot of tech in here for a Hilux.
Yeah, nice. So, like I was saying before, guys, like all these modern utes that are on the market, they got all the whiz-bang features and the massage seats and all that sort of stuff. This is one of the original, greatest dual cab utes that are on the market that just has all the bare bones and the workhorse stuff that you really need. So, I can't wait to get this thing on the tracks, put the Lucas spin on it, and really push the limits of the Hilux to see if it still reigns supreme, and it is in the top 5 at least of Australia's best-selling ute. Well, Georgia, thank you very, very much, mate.
No, my pleasure.
I've enjoyed the experience, the handover. You've done a great job. But I tell you what, it's now time to get it on a trailer and get this thing home.
So, mate, why a GR Sport?
Well, mate, they are just a fat ride. The stance on them,
Yes.
they've got disc brakes in the back, they've got flash seat belts.
Yes.
You know, like they're just a really good all-rounder, and they've boosted the power, so I've got more power.
And they're a Toyota, which means that it's a well-made vehicle, which is something you're not really used to. So that's fair enough. Now, you said earlier that you've got a history with Toyotas. Now, I do know some of this history, but how about you tell them your history with Toyotas?
So I said 2 of them have tried to kill me, right? Well, the first one was a 75 series Cruiser. The steering shaft broke off the steering box and I speared into a tree head on. Didn't have my seatbelt on correctly. I only had the lap belt on and I headbutted the roll cage. 62 broken bones, like smashed my face like it was horrendous.
Yeah, it was an improvement. You do look better nowadays than previously.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm trying to keep up with you, to be honest. But, and the second one was driving your rubbish Toyota, your race car.
Yes, he busted my race car. You try and be nice to your mates. Like, dude, would you like a drive of the race car? Oh, I'd love that. Busts it. Leaves it up in the bush for a week.
But I'll tell you a very quick story. We're flying through the bush, right? Come around a corner and there was a stack of timber put on the track. I don't know why it was there, but I didn't even see it because the sun was blinding me.
That's right.
Poof! This timber exploded and we're just like, what was that? Doesn't matter, keep going. We're up the hill. And when we finished, so we were driving pretty hard, we're turning around, slow, steady, nothing going on. Boom, the steering snapped. I kid you not, when we were just turning around. So
what it was,
2 times.
We're getting distracted here, but what it was we were giving him a drive right after we'd raced, and this was a timber blockade they'd made because the racetrack went left and he went straight through the blockade. You know, anyway. Why did you buy the Hilux unregistered and take it away on a trailer?
Well, I needed to get the steering checked, of course. Make sure it wasn't going to kill me. But no,
You're the bloke that needs to be checked.
I had to go and take it to Superior Engineering for an SSM.
Oh, really? What's an SSM?
Second state manufacturer.
Second state or second stage?
Oh, look,
Come on, mate.
I don't really know, but it's just SSM. But it's just going to make it bigger, better, badder, and more awesome than it ever has been.
And the idea of that is to get that done before it gets its first registration. So it's pre-registration, second stage manufacturer. Yeah. So what did you do to it? Well, what did Superior do to it?
Well, I didn't do. I just dropped it off in the driveway and said, here, boys, sort this out, make it fat.
How good's that, eh? Brand new car, here's the keys, boys. Rich.
No. So anyway, it goes into Superior Engineering and they are going to do a full lift kit on this thing, bigger tyres, it's going to have a better GVM capacity, so 3560 is the new GVM.
So what does that go up from? What was the original number?
3050.
Okay, so what, 500, about 500 kilos?
Yeah, it's just over 500 kilo increase.
Extra GVM?
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Usable, man.
Yeah, it's going to make it, like, with the wider stance and bigger tyres and lift and everything else.
How much lift?
4 inches. 4 inches plus the bigger tyres. So
what are they, 33s
like
or something?
5 inches total lift, like Hilux of 5 inches?
That's fat.
Oh. Bring it on.
So what else did they have to do to it to meet the registration requirements?
It's a very, very involved process. So it needs to be engineered, it needs to be swerve tested, it needs to, you know, have all of the compliances and everything so it's ADR approved federally across all of Australia. So shocks, springs, chassis brace, you know, the bull bar got changed as well because it has to, you know,
for the ADR compliance.
Yeah, for the clearances of the headlights and all that
let's
sort of
face it, you're going to run a bull bar on any vehicle you own for winches and like
100%.
you'd want to run a carbon winch, so that's going to fit in there.
Yep. So, you know, that's somewhere to perch all of that stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, like it's a reasonable price for a cracking upgrade. It just makes that car handle better, look better, and I'll tell you what, I can't wait for you guys to check it all out.
It doesn't really sound like you know much about this thing. You know all the cool stuff, it looks cool, big tyres, but what's actually in the kit? Like details, man.
Well, the details, the best person to tell us about that is Mitch from Superior themselves. So mate, the Hilux is here, believe it or not.
Yes, it's a little bit different for you. Yeah, it's a little bit different, mate.
Mate, we've built all of these Nissans and they are absolute animals, but what are we going to do to the Toyota to keep it up with the Nissans, mate?
We're going to do everything, really. It's going to be full suspension replacement, top to toe, remote rear shocks at all 4 corners, chassis brace, underbody protection, upper control arms in the front, all new leafs, coils, everything like that to get it handling the new GVM that's needed to carry load. All these new vehicles there. A little bit light on GVM, so we do our GVM upgrade. It's going to get a 4-inch lift, which is fantastic in these wide track Hiluxes. Being just having longer CVs, longer control arms, they handle it a lot better. Obviously matched with our 40mm diff drop as well. It's going to add everything into it that's going to have it as good off-road weapon as anything you've got already.
That's a big statement, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to make IFS keep up with the patrols, but we'll try.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack. So I guess the burning question for me, Hiluxes are unbreakable. Does this make it more unbreakable?
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Lucas needs unbreakable, mate.
So we go above and beyond with the testing to make sure the federal government know that we're not fudging anything, we're not doing anything to sort of get them passed and get the approval. We give them more data than they request, therefore it's a no questions asked. Yeah, cool. We know that they can happily approve our stuff, get them on the road, so our customers never have an issue.
Yeah, awesome, mate.
Well, with that, Luke has left the Hilux with the Superior team to get the job done, turning this Hilux into an absolute off-road weapon.
There is no way I was going to let Lucas go and pick up this Hilux, a Toyota, without me being there. And I thought, well, I'll take you in the 200, but there's no way I was letting you drive that because you'd break the steering on that as well. So Toyota, mate. I'm surprised. I thought you were hard, fast Nissan man.
Yeah, well, I am, and I have been for a long time, but believe it or not, my very first four-wheel drive was a single cab LM106 2.8 litre diesel Hilux.
They were as gutless as all get out.
But they were tough, unbreakable. So that's what it's about, mate.
Yeah, awesome.
Back to basics, tough Hilux.
Well, the GR Sport is a good looking rig, but I think what Superior Engineering does to it is honestly going to take it to the next level. What are you thinking?
Oh, I can't wait.
Let's go and check it out, man. Oh, there it is.
Holy.
Oh, that's a nice red, isn't it?
Mm. Like how wide is it? Look at
those number plates. Dude, come on.
Surprise. I'll tell you what, when I rolled into Superior Engineering and that thing was sitting there, it just dominated the whole area. There was other Toyotas and things around, but that Hilux just looked fat. So first impressions, 2 big ticks. I can't wait. I am double pumped and excited. Mitch, wait, what an absolute weapon. You guys have smashed this thing out of the park. I absolutely love it, man. Like, I just can't stop looking at it, and it's a Toyota.
Yes, it's something I never thought I'd see you driving, mate. But yeah, definitely it's a Toyota. It's a nice looking Toyota too. These GRs are unfortunately a short, limited run on the GR, but they're a very, very cool car. I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah.
Especially when you go and throw in a 4-inch lift, 33s, 100% street legal in all states of Australia. Can't beat them really.
Obviously, this model, this is pretty much the second one only in the country.
It is, yes. This is number 2 of the GR SSMs that we've done.
Yep.
So yeah, the other one was our test vehicle, and this is the first customer vehicles.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good to go. It's going to be a very, very nice car. Big fan of the GRs. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Awesome.
Good to go anywhere in Australia.
Well, mate, it was amazing to see that car, I can tell you what. But I reckon we need to touch on some numbers.
Yes, we do. We do. So how much did you buy the car for?
Oh, look, approximate round numbers, it was about 75k.
Okay, and then you had to put all the Superior kit on. So how much do you think the car owes you now?
Roughly. So Superior stuff, wheels, tyres, like all that stuff, about 95.
95, you're in the can.
95.
Okay. Let's compare that.
Yeah. Just saying that, I've just realised.
Well, now you're going to find out how much it hurts to be a 79 series owner.
Yeah, right.
Okay, if you bought a 79 series and wanted to build it to something similar, so wheels and tyres, a tray, a GVM upgrade, that sort of a thing,
Yep.
you're going to be in the can for round numbers, maybe 120, 150 grand.
And you don't even get cup holders.
That's exactly the key point. You don't get cup holders.
That's a Toyota thing.
You still get air conditioning controls in a 26 79 series, the exact same controls as my 1988 Bandera has.
The value, that's all I can see there.
That is innovation. What about a 79 series?
Well, isn't that what you just said?
No, I said a 70. Yes.
Toyota drivers. So what about a Super Duty? Let's go with that.
They sound the same in my head.
Ignore the voices, Matt. Ignore the voices.
There's too many of them. There's too many voices.
So the Super Duty.
So what about if we were to compare it to a Super Duty?
It doesn't even come with a tray.
No, you do have to buy a tray and, I don't know, 10 grand?
Yep.
So you're 110k. But what have you got at that point? You've got a GBM of 4.5 tonne, you can tow 4.5 tonne, twin locked, 33s, you can go straight to 35s.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
no second stage manufacture. And you've got a Ford Ranger. Who does
Yeah, that's right. A Ford Ranger, not a GR Hilux.
So I think there's, like, you're 95, an extra 15k, you got a Super Duty, and then an extra $1 million, and you can have a 79 series without
But
cup
think
holders.
about this, right? Super Duty. So extra 15k.
Yeah.
If I spend another 15k on the Hilux, like it'll be twin locked as well.
Yeah.
It'll be like awesome
Yes.
tray. Like it.
But
Like
you won't have the GBM.
I don't care.
Well,
It'll look
if
cool.
I'm riding shotgun with you, you need the GBM.
You got that right.
So one more thing, mate, about the Hilux that honestly, I just was like jaw dropped.
Yeah.
And that was the number plates. That you've gone and got number plates saying Mad Mates. That was mint.
I would like to take the credit for that, but that was all Michelle. So Michelle even surprised me with that, mate. But
Really?
when she opened the box and showed them to me, I'm just like, oh, that is fat.
Yeah.
So Mad Mates.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm jealous, but that's cool.
But we've got to get this thing down to your shed because we've got some more little mods and odds and ends that we need to get onto this truck. Well, it's time to upgrade the mirrors on the mighty Hilux. So I can see around those caravans and see those blind spots even better than I've ever been able to with these ones. So let's get over here, check out Mad Matt. Oh, it's just Matt now, isn't it?
Matt.
It's
I'm not
just
used to
Matt.
it either.
But Matt's over here getting things
Yep.
prepared.
I've got that because I'm sure we're going to be drilling holes. I've got me grinder because I'm sure we're going to cut some panels.
I'm taking
and I've got
me
my
car
Stanley
home.
knife.
But you're not touching my car.
Oh, don't be like that. Right here, you've got a QR code. You scan that. Uncle Mike giving you instructions on how to install these mirrors.
Factory mirrors have blinkers. They have a 360-degree camera underneath and a blind spot monitoring light in the glass of the mirror. So Clearview have covered all of those bases by having all of those options that are factory, including the moving of the glass with the buttons in the dash and all that stuff, ready for you to use.
When you come to this, you think, oh, this is going to be really complicated.
Especially when you look at that.
Yeah, you do, but I get the feeling this is going to be plug and play.
Well, can I grab a coffee?
No,
You-
you're doing the job. It's your car. There's some reading for you on how to install them. All right, I will be your assistant. First thing you're going to do is you've got to pull that top trim off.
With these sorts of things, the best thing you can do is just give them a little nudge. There you go. And generally, they'll just pop up out of the way. But find a gap and just pop that out like that.
Mate, I've already got something for you. That.
Oh, and a light.
And a light, yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
So that just pops off there like that.
You're going to be with the grinder shortly.
Comes off that hook. So the next step is remove the 3 screws. And if you've got a helper, like I've got,
That's my
use
job.
one of them to support the mirror because you don't want the mirror falling down and banging on the car and smashing the factory mirror or the camera that's in there. So, Matt, you got hold of that, mate?
Yeah, mate.
So as you remove the mirror, just very, very carefully guide the wire through. And it's as easy as that.
Locate the lens of your 360 camera at the bottom of the OEM mirror with a
Check.
white pencil. Gently create a line from the glass side of the mirror to the middle of the camera. Separate the exterior mirror cover and set aside. Carefully remove the 2 screws as shown.
I'm surprised you didn't hand me the grinder.
Gently pry back and remove the mirror glass from the mirror. So there's nothing difficult about this. If you follow the instructions, they're actually really accurate. Locate the green 360-degree camera wiring connector. Remove your camera from your bracket by removing the 2 mini screws. Align the 360 camera in position using the camera brackets and screw provided in the kit. Ensure the white mark on the 360 camera is towards the mirror glass.
Sweet as.
Okay. It'll only go on one way.
There's enough cable in that because that's attached to the mirror for it to slide out to there.
Yeah. They've thought about
Uncle
everything.
Mike, you are a genius.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So, my lovely assistant Matt here is going to feed all of the wiring through.
described as a lovely assistant before.
It's not going to fit, mate.
Okay. Sounded like his problem, not mine.
That's for the Toyota.
Let's.
Hey! Woohoo! How good was that? That worked.
Yeah.
Left blinker.
Okay, blinker.
Hey!
Just
Mirror out, mirror in,
up,
down.
dude.
Winner!
So one of the last things we had to do was check and adjust the camera alignment on the vehicle. It's step number 9. Now, it's very easy to do. In our case, we didn't have to make any adjustments, but basically what we've done, it says in here use masking tape, but we just put our tape measure down the side of the car, so we've got a nice bright yellow line and it's parallel to the wheels. What have you got on the screen there, Lucas?
Yeah, it's perfect, mate. Like, they are dead set parallel with the car.
Let's pull them out and see how wide they go.
How good is that? Like, mate, if I tow anything any wider than that, I'm going to be in trouble.
You will be.
Yeah. But guys, these mirrors look absolutely staunch on this car. The car looks amazing and it just highlights all of those blind spots and makes it safe on the roads. Bolting a set of these lights, hardcore Hyperion 9-inch LEDs to the front of your four-wheel drive. Well, in this case, believe it or not, it's Lucas's Toyota. You'll notice there's 3 slotted holes on the bottom, and they come with this gasket that lines up with those 3 holes. I'm just going to use 1 today, but use 3 if you can. So first thing you want to do is pull this back and get one of these bolts. So one of these dome-headed bolts, they slide down in there, line up the hole, line up your gasket, get everything like roughly close. You want to make sure you've got enough clearance at the back for when the plug goes into the back that it's not fouling on the grille of the car. So I'm not going to go super tight, because that way, when I take them out and turn them on for the first time and look at the direction of the light, I can still adjust them a little bit. And when I'm happy with that, I'll do up the Allen key screws on the side, I'll chuck the spanner under there, crack it up tight, and it's not going to go anywhere. So once you've got them bolted onto the front of your car, here's another Lucas Red Hot tip. These have a bit of a protective film on them that you need to peel off before you turn them on, and it melts on there and makes a mess. So take that off. So one of the beauties is you can customize this ring on the outside. So they come with a grey one and they come with a blue one. So depending if you want a different colour, you can spray paint this yourself. Pop that one off and pop the new one on. So what do you reckon? Do I run with grey, or do I run with blue, or do I get my own custom colour and go red? So the beauty with the Hyperion 9-inch driving lights is they even come with a DIY wiring harness kit. But I would highly recommend that you use a trained professional, so an auto electrician or the likes, to get this installed into your ride. Now, why would I say that? Well, in modern cars today, they run CAN systems as part of the electrical circuitry for those vehicles. And if you do this wrong, you can cause significant damage to that electrical system. They've got a distance of 1183 metres and 1 lux, 5,500K. What is that? Well, that is the temperature of the light that's coming out of these. And the temperature is a crisp white light that penetrates through all of that dust and all of that debris and everything, so you can get a good clear vision down the road, which is what it's all about.
With the first stage of the build now done, it's time to see how this Hilux goes off-road. Now this is a bit of a weapon.
So now that the Hilux was built, we decided that we needed a test track. And you come up with one, didn't you?
I've come up with a cracking plan, mate. We've got dirt, we've got asphalt, we've got beach, we've got hills, we've got downhills, bendy stuff, like the whole lot.
Even turns. You're saying we've got turns in our test track?
In a Toyota, believe it or not. But I tell you what, this is going to be a really good test that we can mirror throughout the year with different cars, so we can give you guys some pretty detailed and really good information.
And the track kicks off just north of Brisbane. We're going to take the Hilux out on our test track and see what it does with regards to all of its performance parameters.
And we're starting at the BP Servo northbound. We're going to hit Bribie Island, Glasshouse Mountains, Mount Mead, dirt, sand, the whole lot, and see what this thing can actually do.
Let's go do it.
So mate, what do you reckon? On the highway, 100, 110?
Mate, the first comment I would make is there's a little bit of tyre noise, but you're running mud tyres. So
You gotta expect that, eh?
Yeah, that's normal. The other thing is that the ride is a little bit harsh. I'd like to see a bit of weight on the back. But other than that, it's a very nice space to be in, actually.
I could spend hours driving this car, no problem.
What about things like all the tech?
But this is back to bones basic. Like, it's got the analog, the needles. Like, I just feel like this is reliable. Like, this isn't going to break down. You don't have to stress. It's easy to read. It gets the job done, and you know it's going to last the distance.
Righto, mate. So now we're going to start the climb up to Mount Me. Is that correct?
That's it.
All right. Let's do some numbers on temperatures and see what happens in this sort of a drive. So, what's the ambient air temperature, just as a reference?
26 degrees outside right now.
Okay, and the automatic oil temperature at the moment is 71, and our coolant temperature is 86. Let's see what temperatures we've got at the top. Try and stay at the speed limit as much as you can so you're working it. What do you reckon?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Well, mate, we're nearly at the top. How are the numbers looking?
Okay, give us the ambient.
26 degrees.
So it was 27 at the bottom, yeah?
Yeah.
So auto temp, 83. Coolant temp, 85.
Hasn't really moved.
Didn't even work hard doing that. Mate, this is a decent downhill run.
But it's a grand opportunity to test out engine braking.
What do you reckon?
Well, I think it's pretty rubbish. I am going to come into manual mode. I'm doing 40 kilometres an hour. That's back to first.
And it's accelerating.
And it's accelerating down this hill.
It's not terribly exciting.
So, yeah, I don't like the sound of it either.
Yeah.
Engine braking, fail.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm just imagining that, an extended downhill with a, at GCM with a caravan. I wouldn't enjoy that.
Oh, imagine what the brakes would be doing. They'd be just glowing.
Yeah, you'd be able to start a bushfire.
Yeah.
So, mate, a little bit of off-road, low range. This is the first time in low range. Any initial thoughts?
Mate, I'm used to driving big, tough trucks.
Yeah, well, that's got to make up for your lack of driving ability.
Yeah, all that stuff. But
that was cruel.
Mate, I can take it. Your turn will come.
So without the weight on the suspension, I suspect your articulation and that's going to be somewhat limited. What do you think?
It'll just pick wheels up at the back.
I'm guessing so.
Similar to a 79. Toyota like.
Right.
I'm going to go across here.
Yeah, thank you. I was about to say, are you trying to avoid the hard bits? Oh, you got that bit. And that bit. There is some flex coming out of the back end.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I don't know if it's all that it's got or not, but you can just tell it wants weight. Which makes sense. The suspension's designed for the weight.
100%.
We need weight.
So, Matt has instructions, don't hurt my car.
I don't want to hurt the mate's car.
Mate, how good was that?
That was awesome, but I tell you what, I'm super impressed with these mirrors. I adjusted them down so I could see that tyre placement, and going through that hole, I was like, oh, I don't want to wreck the Hilux.
Of course.
For a stock standard production vehicle with a GVM upgrade and everything else, the low range was great. Like I need to improve the traction with lockers and things.
How did you find the left foot braking? When we were coming through some of those ruts.
Yeah, it worked okay, but I found I'm going to have to do a little bit more driving in that space just to unlock how the traction control and the anti-lock brake system and all of that sort of works together. So when you do that input with the brake pedal, does it confuse the system? Does it make it better? Does it make it worse? Like, what's the go?
How's the handling at the speed? You were just doing like 90k an hour on this road?
It's pretty good. Like, it feels confident. It feels well planted. The only thing that I'm a bit dubious about is we're oversprung. So obviously with the superior engineering GVM upgrade kit and everything that's in this car, and we're still stock standard basically. We've just got, and we haven't got enough weight in the back to really plant that rear end. So the rear end's sort of a bit squirmy.
Well, here's the compromise that people often don't understand they've made. When you build a vehicle, you actually don't put your suspension in until you've got all of the weight on the vehicle. One job, mate. One job.
Yep.
I think we'll get that weight on soon enough, and I think we'll see that suspension really start performing the way it should. Like we've got a 4-inch suspension lift.
Yep.
And then you've gone up in tyre size. So total we're on like a 5-inch lift.
Yeah. Yep.
All legal. And even with all of that, the vehicle is handling. Would you say it's handling like it should have when it came out of the factory?
Oh, it's better.
Better. There you go.
Yeah, it's better. Definitely a worthwhile upgrade.
So with the GVM upgrade that you've put into this vehicle, mate, how much is the GVM now of the vehicle? And then what's the GCM? Like how much can you totally tow when you've got a caravan on the back?
The GVM is actually gone up to 3560, but you still maintain your 3.5 ton tow capacity.
So you still got to watch your numbers, and you've increased its off-road capacity, which is what you and I are really interested in.
Yeah, that's where it's at. We're at 20 PSI.
Okay.
And just to inform you guys, we're going over these whoops, and the dampening of the shocks in the front end of this, I think are working really, really good.
Yeah, the front's good. Mate, what do you reckon? Bribey Island?
$500 fine if you don't get a permit, so get a permit.
So how do you think it's going to go on the sand?
Mate, if it's Heritage is anything to go off, like the 106s and all those old school Hiluxes, it will just absolutely eat it. So.
Well, sand's all about power to weight, and I think you're going to have plenty of power, and you don't really have a lot of weight, so I don't think we're going to have any dramas other than we need about 500 kilos in that tray. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go up Bribey Island to the end. Yeah. Lucas is going to drive that, then I'm going to drive on the way back, and between the two of us, we'll see what we think.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Let us know in the comments down below what you love doing. What's your favourite beach that you love going full driving on? There you go, I want to know.
Well, mate, I used to come to Bribey quite a bit.
Did you?
And I am excited to get back on this beach.
Yeah, okay.
I've never, actually I lied. The last time I was here was in an 80 series Toyota Land Cruiser.
So you were on here in an 80, now you're back in a Toyota Hilux. I'm kind of getting this feeling, mate, you're a Toyota man.
Just out of interest, what's our trans temps and stuff when we enter the beach?
All right. Well, auto temperature is 67.5.
Yep.
And coolant 84.
Cool.
So they're very safe. What's the MM? 26.
26. So mate, we're motoring along here. A little bit soft, but it's not too bad. How are the temperatures going?
110 for the auto.
Really?
Yeah. 99 for engine. Now they're not dangerous temperatures. It's not like, oh, panic, the car's going to blow up. It's not that at all, but they are higher than I'd expect.
There's one key factor here that would change everything.
Yep.
And that's the fact that I'm in high range. I think if we went to low range, so the gearing of the car assisted and took a little bit of pressure off the...
Yeah, I think I would probably be in a manual mode though.
Yeah, that might
lower
as well.
gear in the high range. I find in sand, high range is what I use the most. So why don't you slot into manual mode and find a gear that feels better, next gear down from whatever we're in now, and let's see what the temperatures do.
Yeah, righto. So I'm at about 2100 now.
Yep.
And it's in fourth.
Okay.
So we're at the same speed, around that 30.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to maintain the speed. I'm not accelerating, not changing anything. Just the gear.
When you think about it, that means the fan for the engine's got a lot more airflow. So even though we're doing a low vehicle speed, we're pulling a lot more air across the radiator and the cooler for the auto and stuff.
Yep.
The engine's now working more in a horsepower zone rather than a torque zone. So engine temperature's dropping quite rapidly now because it's not working as hard. So we're down to 93.
Yep.
Okay, in probably a minute. But the auto is actually going up. We're up to 111 now.
Yep.
Again, that's not a dangerous temperature. I always work on 120s when I start changing driving style, and that's considered conservative.
Once the lads made it to the end of the beach, it was Matt's turn for a drive.
So mate, you've driven the bad boy Hilux on the sand. What do you reckon?
I love it. It's very good. Power's good. The auto needs a little bit of a tweak in my personal opinion, but I've got paddle shifters up here on the steering wheel, so I'm happy.
Awesome.
Well, the Mad Lux has looked like it's impressed the boys, and I reckon neither of them can wait to get this thing on some serious tracks and maybe even hitch up a van behind and give it some real world tests.
Well, there you have it, guys. We've taken the Hilux off-road, up the beach, on-road, up hills, down hills, around the corners, everywhere. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's amazing that it can do all of those things, mate. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, the question I have, though, is...
Yeah.
Are you a Toyota man now?
Get out.
So that's the shakedown test done. How do you reckon it went?
Mate, I love this thing. It is absolutely awesome. It drives nice. It feels...
It looks good.
And it feels like a brand new car, funnily enough.
Strange.
Yeah, but like all of the upgrades have just made it that much more special on the road. It is a little stiff in the back because of the upgraded leaf pack that's in there.
Yeah, but you can't be hard on that because that's not been built. It's been built for a load and you haven't put a load in it yet.
Yeah, that's right.
So start putting a load in it.
Well, I had one in it. You were in there. But yeah, fuel. So like, let's talk some numbers here. So we did 200 Ks, which was amazing that it worked out that way.
That was pretty cool.
So 200 Ks was this trip. You know, dirt, sand, the whole lot. And we used 30 litres of fuel, well 29.95, whatever it was. So 30 litres of fuel.
So that's what, 15?
15 litres per 100.
Nice.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what are your plans with the Hilux now, okay? What do we want to do?
Well, mate, I'm really happy with what it is now. Like, it looks amazing, it drives well, but we've got to get some weight in the back, as we just stated. So I reckon at some point I've got to put like a canopy or a draw system or a tray, or, you know, something on the back of this thing and really set it up.
Yep.
So I can hit my straps, take it off-road, take it touring, like do all of that fun stuff. I'd love to get comments from you guys. What should I do to the back of the Hilux?
I think you need to be doing some towing.
Yep.
Because you've got the GVM upgrade, and like, how's this vehicle from a motor, driveline, like the transmission temperatures, how's it going to handle with upgraded GVM and towing whatever you can tow at GVM, probably 2.5 tonne or something like that? What's it like? Can it go off-road? Can you actually, like, what does it do off-road in that space? I'd love to understand some of that.
Yeah, no, I like your thinking. And I'll tell you what, even though this thing is a GR Sport and it's been tuned by Toyota themselves to be more power and all that sort of stuff, we'll put some figures down below so you can see that. But it's got bigger tyres on it, so that's going to sap some of that power out and some of that performance. So it's going to be really, really interesting once we load this thing up, build it out, and, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe part of the build can be fitting a front locker into it, can be changing the diff ratio so that you're re-geared to the correct ratios. Yeah, I mean, you're a rich man, so you could do that.
So I just want to put out a really big point of all of this, right? So this car cost me,
yes,
75, you know, around about $1,000 that I paid with my own money. This isn't sponsored by Toyota. No one's given me some free cash and said, here, Lucas, go and buy a car. I've gone to my bank, taken my money out and bought this car personally with my own money. So I can give an unbiased, raw and real opinion of this car, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly. It's certainly not ugly, but it could be bad.
Well, it's basically what I did with the BYD Shark last year. You and I were the first vehicle people to take a BYD Shark across the Simpson Desert. 100%. Honest, raw and real. Now, this leaves us with a problem because you now have got almost as many Toyotas as you do Nissans.
Not even close. Not even close.
No, that's not really. But you've got two Toyotas. Like, I've come into your life and all of a sudden you're turning into a Toyota man.
What do you guys think about that? I'll tell you
awesome.
What, I'm a little bit hard. You know, you hit me in the feels, mate. You hit me in the feels.
Yeah, well, it's just as well. I love you. All right. So the question is, you've got this nice new Toyota.
Yep.
I've sold the Shark, and I've got a Jeep.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, and I ain't going touring in no Jeep. I can assure you of that.
Gladiator.
So, should I buy a Jeep Gladiator?
I don't know.
What about a Y63? They're coming out.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah, but you know what? They need to let us know. What should I be buying? Like a Super Duty, a 79 series, Gladiator,
Chevy,
Mahindra.
Big Chevy.
Ooh, I can't afford one. I honestly don't think I could afford that.
Oh, Jeep it is then.
Let's go with, it's got to be under 120,000, so that could include a Grenadier.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yep.
let us know in the comments, what should I be buying so that I can keep up with his GR Sport?
Well, that's it, guys. Mad Mates, we've delivered another awesome episode. Hopefully you've got some really good information on the GR Sport. I can't wait to show you some more. But get online, subscribe, hit the bell button, all that stuff. You know what to do. And check out all of our other content because there is some real good belly laughs there. But I reckon enjoy Mad Mates and stay Aussie tough.
Okay, that's a different ending. We still haven't worked it out.
Comment below.